If you had 10 extra years to live, what would you do? Learn a language, write a book, travel the world, master art, meditate, build a house, learn to sing. Wake up. Wake up. Statistics say we spend about 2 to 3 hours a day on our phones. Honestly, how many people do you know with 5, 8, or even 10 plus hours? 3 hours equal 10 years of your lifetime, assuming we live to 80. 10, 20, 30 years of lifetime, just gone. So I ask myself, what happens if I claim my time back? Not 10 years, but 1 week of life without a phone. Enjoy! Okay, so the rule is I can't use my phone for 1 week. Hey! Crazy thing, I actually needed to plan ahead this whole thing because I also work on my phone. I use reminders, notes for scripting videos, online banking, running if I would run on a regular basis. Even Snapchat, yes, don't judge me, I still have streaks. The first day was actually so easy. Alright, for real, it's not as bad as I thought. Not being able to scroll was more of a relief. I just had to do things different. For an appointment, I needed to check in advance where to go, where to park, remember where I park, and bring cash because I can't pay by phone. The first day is almost over. Here's the problem. I switch it off, as you can see. Somewhere imagine to throw to be cooler. Yes, I'm wearing a pullover. That's how cold it is in Germany. So my girlfriend's gone for the day. I feel kind of incomplete, but because of the phone, not because of my girlfriend. But it also kind of feels like a relief, I'd say. This time I mean my girlfriend. This day I was free from work, and when I'm on my own for a while, it's difficult to not use the phone from time to time, especially when it's staring at you. I also feel like I have more time, or it passes slower. Actually, 2 people asked me already how I can live without a phone for 1 week. It's weird being alone because now when you're without a phone you can't contact anyone and are really, well, alone. When I was little, like 7 or 8, my dad used to have a phone. Not a smartphone, but one that you could actually and only do calls with. Okay, from time to time I played Snake on it. Later, when I was about 10, he had one of the first real smartphones. It was groundbreaking at the time, the possibilities were endless. I often took his phone to try all the camera modes, take photos, or change the language to Japanese or something to see if I was able to turn it back later. So let's talk about yesterday for a sec. The evening was actually really difficult. So I walked up and down and felt kinda nervous. In my mind, it's probably the withdrawal symptoms. Reading a book was no option because, well, I don't own a book. Chill, I have read books, but I don't want to read them again. Nice excuse. Hey, could you just shut up? When I was like 13, I got my first smartphone. It was the old one from my dad. I always got mad when my parents tried to take it away from me. I can still remember thinking, I know what I'm doing, my grades are good, there's no reason to take the phone from me. If I have kids one day, I will handle this differently. As the years went on and I grew up, I always texted into the night and got into arguments with my parents for those reasons. Now as I'm older, I understand my parents. Today I actually got to drive somewhere about 40 minutes away without a map. I actually thought about buying one. Yeah, right. Come on, that's not the same as a book. Another crazy thing I saw today was an ad for a tablet. I remember it said something like, split screen. You can play a game while you're on the phone. Well, alright, if the call is that boring. The years went on. I was now 19, had finished school and went to Australia to do travel and work. There was too much to do and to see there to be on the phone. When I came back and started to study, everything closed down and so did my mood. After 2 semesters, I quit studying and saw myself as a 21-year-old who 2.5 years after finishing school had achieved nothing. I was in a bad place mentally, and for a few months my screen time was crazy high. I was addicted. Maybe as a coping mechanism. 10 plus hours every day. I don't take responsibility for not fitting necklaces in the next clip. Alright, it's day 5 and the compulsive reflex to take out my phone, just like whenever, is almost gone. Today I was at work, and at work I can't listen to music. Do you know how silence sounds? Here. Do you feel more relaxed now? You're welcome. Okay, I admit, me neither. Silence still makes me kind of uncomfortable. I'm working on it. I also noticed as I write my script by hand that I don't have a beautiful handwriting. I mean, it's not ugly. I mean, have a look. And no, this isn't Arabic, this is art. My handwriting is art. Moving on. No, honestly, I like it without the phone. I only miss being able to call people. And in the last 2 days I went 2 times to the supermarket, not being able to pay with my phone. And yeah, I just had to go home basically. As I finally pulled myself together and found a routine as well as a future regarding work, my screen time got less again, but the damage was done. Grabbed the phone while brushing my teeth, while cooking, even after just watering my plants, which I of course did on a regular basis. Just for no reason I looked at my phone and lost at least 20 minutes every time. To be honest, over the last years I got more and more disgusted by my phone usage, especially social media. Only social media. As I got better doing productive things on my phone and picked up hobbies again, I still couldn't get 100% rid of this mindless scrolling behavior. Had to put away the soy sauce for a cinematic shot. I was feeling sick this morning. As I'm feeling better now, I switched everything off and I'm gonna go for a walk now. Hey. Hey. Sorry, got my phone back. Alright, honestly, the week was alright. Here's what I learned. I don't miss scrolling a lot, but my productive activities. I noticed that everyone is on the phone. Gym, waiting room, even while taking a walk. I actually see details in the street I didn't notice before. Sounds cheesy, but I feel more present. And to make a confession, I didn't go for a run as I promised. Here's what I didn't learn. Doing nothing or being bored. I don't know if you've got to be the type for this or have to do this experiment a little bit longer, but I can't do nothing. It's so difficult. I did this experiment because so often I hated myself for mindless scrolling. And I, wanted to see if it was even possible to go 1 week without a phone after 10 years of phone usage. To conclude, surprise, surprise, I will use my phone in the future, and I even can't promise to never scroll again. But for me, it's less about quitting the phone and more about being conscious with it. Just switch off your phone from time to time. Don't lose 10 plus years in a one-on-one with your phone. Third thing. It's very difficult to pronounce for a German.